Hey guys, Ben here. So I'm going to cover a topic I know I already covered, but it's the open carry versus concealed carry debate. I was recently on Facebook and somebody said that they can't concealed carry. To me, that's a bullshit excuse. That means you either don't know what you're doing, you don't have confidence in your ability to conceal, or you are either A, morbidly obese, or B, there's some sort of debilitating medical condition that's preventing you from concealed carrying. I won't be covering the medical condition because that's kind of an exemption. But if you're too obese to concealed carry, hey, as Grantham says, get fit or die. Go to the gym. Don't be a fat ass. Eat clean. Go run. Go lift weights. Go do jujitsu. Go do Krav. Go do MMA. Right? Go be better. Now, here's the thing. If you're not confident in concealed carrying, I would advise that what you need to do is take a weekend, stay home, and you need to put a snap cap in your weapon, put it in a concealed carry holster, and conceal. A, it'll show the weapon won't just go off without you pulling the trigger. B, it'll instill confidence in you to be better to carry. So, another thing is, okay, you may make the argument experience level. If your experience level isn't there, then you need to go get more training. There's lots of people who can train you. So find a good trainer or your favorite trainer and go ahead and get some training. Now, if you're going to open carry, A, do it with retention. B, if you're going to do it, I would say know your area and know your audience. C, to me, you make yourself a target. The topic of gun grabs was also brought up. I think you make yourself more prone to having your gun grabbed. Now, you may argue, oh, is somebody really going to grab for my gun? I mean, I can pull up multiple articles where open carriers had their guns snatched right out of their hands and used against them or taken from them because they were open carrying improperly. I would also say that, so a gun grab is a desperate attempt, typically it's a desperate attempt by a bad guy to not lose their life. In particular with law enforcement, most gun grabs are found to be an act of desperation. They're found to be something where somebody knows that they're going back to jail. They don't want to go back, so they attempt to grab the gun amongst loads of police officers. Gun grabs for open carriers are more of a crime of opportunity. But please don't be that guy who gets your gun grabbed because you're improperly carrying. Personally, I don't want people knowing I have a gun. I just don't want that being telegraphed out to the world. And I think there's a mindset of it's a deterrent, which I think if you're a uniformed officer, yes. I think if you're a concealed carrier who runs like a Safariland holster, you could argue, yeah, maybe. But to me, that's not going to be a deterrent. If I were coming into a place and I knew a bad guy was open carrying, I'd be like, okay, I know that guy has a weapon. I know he's my first target. Just like if you have a guy with a machine gun versus a bunch of guys with rifles, you want to take the machine gunner out first because that makes the most sense. Correct me if I'm wrong on that in the comments. I'm happy to have a healthy debate. I just think the argument that I can't or won't concealed carry is stupid. You also get the occasional, well, a Glock 19 is too bulky. Dude, if a Glock 19 is too bulky, you're either too fucking fat or you're not wearing the right clothes. I can wear small and medium shirts, t-shirts, and concealed carry a Glock 45 or an XR920 or a Glock 17. No problem at all. And I'm 5'10" and 180 pounds. No problem for me carrying a full-sized handgun. I would argue for a 5'3", 100-pound woman, you can conceal a full-size handgun pretty fucking easily as well. So that whole argument of, well, it's too bulky is bullshit. Now I understand if you want to go with a smaller gun for one reason or another, maybe you're at a workplace that frowns upon concealed carry, but maybe you decide not to follow a workplace policy and you concealed carry anyways. Yeah, maybe a 365 or 365 XL or maybe a Shield might be a little bit better, or maybe you're a golf instructor and you want to carry on the course but you don't want it to fuck with your game. Okay, awesome. You know, maybe you're an Uber driver and you'd rather not have a full-size handgun. Okay, awesome. But any normal person, if you can concealed carry a full-size handgun, why not? Well, there's only advantages to carrying a full-size handgun. You have more ammo, you have better sight radius, and you have more to wrench down on. And you're going to be able to hit more accurate shots further out. So the whole notion of I can't carry is bullshit. I mean, the particular person who brought it up is somebody who, I mean, from what I know, they don't seek out advanced training. They're not somebody running and gunning in classes. They're not this person who's going to sit there and go through 500 rounds in one class. You know, it's not a knock against them personally. I think it's just they need to go seek out more knowledge, because their worldview would change and their thought process and their OODA loop would definitely change, and I think it would be for the better. You know, and especially in a more liberal city, you know, this person's more of a well-known person. Personally, I don't think they should be open carrying. But again, it's not my life. They can make the decision that they want to make. But I haven't seen them go get any training. And that's why I harp on this person in particular. Is because from what I've seen, they really, for lack of a better term, they choose not to advance their training or to differ from a certain locale or establishment where they get their training. That being said, I'm biased towards one particular training center. But ultimately, sorry, this is real raw footage. I don't really cut this or edit it, so I just took a turn and the phone fell. Ultimately, guys, I'll cover this in more detail in another video, but this is my second video on concealed carry versus open carry. Thanks, guys. Carry your gun. Stay safe.